Are you my bros or my foes? Because today you're my host, and today it's going to be a little bit of a different format of a video. These are all Five Nights at Freddy's, all of the hardest modes that I recorded on a stream a little while ago. And this whole series is going to be commentating over that gameplay, because I didn't really record it in the moment for YouTube, so you'll have to forgive me if it's a little bit rough. This is my first time doing this, so yeah. But that's going to be what this kind of whole series is. I've got like 5. I've got up to Sister Location. But yeah, that's what this is going to be. So thank you so much for joining me on this ride, and I hope you enjoy. So we start off here, classic Five Nights at Freddy's 1 formats. I'm flipping up the camera here and checking that light on the right, making sure that camera is on that 4B. That 4B happens to be your right office corner, and you want to be on that thing pretty much the whole time. And what that does is it prevents Freddy from actually getting in your office. Because I don't know if any of y'all Five Nights at Freddy's veterans will know this, but on night 7, Freddy will come into your office pretty much as soon as the night starts. He'll start laughing up a storm. I've seen the comments, someone better tell the goddamn joke that's got Freddy laughing all night, but that is what he does. He does laugh all night, but yeah, to deal with that, we really just have the camera open on him, like typical FNAF format. If you have a camera open on someone, it will stop their movements, and it will stop their forward progress. So that's how we deal with Freddy. And I was talking about Foxy at the very beginning there. I was saying he's kind of irrelevant, and the reason this is because in Five Nights at Freddy's, the way Foxy works for most of the games, I'm not sure about. Well, FNAF 2 he doesn't, because that's not his mechanic. FNAF 3 he's not in it. FNAF 4 he's in it, but different mechanics. But any FNAF where you need to use the monitor to watch Foxy, you need to do that. You don't have to do that by being on Foxy's actual camera. You can just have the camera open, and Foxy will be taken care of. So every time that I'm opening the monitor to check for Foxy and for Freddy, it's kind of 2 birds in 1 stone there. But the strategy I'm doing here is I forget who pioneered it. You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know that off the top of my head, but it's not my original strat. I can tell you that much. But pretty much it all revolves around that left door, as you can see throughout the whole night. I'm not looking right at all. I'm just looking solely left at that left door. The only time I'll ever look right is Chica, and Chica kind of throws a whole wrench in the plan here. But we'll get to that later. For right now, you see Bonnie pops up, and Bonnie, he just works like normal in the first couple nights. He just pops up at your door, and he'll kill you. But for the monitor flipping and to manage your Bonnie, you've gotta have pretty good timing down. I mean, I'm not using a timer here. I think timers, no shame on people who use them, but I think timers are not the way I like to play them. I like to play them with everything the game gave me, and since the game didn't give me a timer, I feel like it's not really my place to use a timer, right? I'm just doing with what Scott gave me, how it's intended to be played. No fault against the timers, not saying that that's a bad thing to do, but you see how Chica showed up on that monitor a second before, and she's still there right there. That's how you know to check for her. When Freddy is not on that camera and Chica leaves that camera, like right there, how she was on the camera and then Freddy appeared, that's when you want to check your door. Because Chica was in your corner. She could have backed off, but she also could have moved to your door. So that's the only time you'll ever be checking that right door. Excuse me. But yeah, Bonnie is normal. He just shows up right there, and you just shut him out. But you wanna check your lights and your camera on specific intervals. What I'm doing is I'm doing light camera, and then camera light, obviously, to put it back down and check that light, just to make sure that he really can't sneak up on me. And you'll notice we've been in 2 a.m. for a goddamn while, because nights in this game last a fuck ton long. They are always a minute 30 per hour. So every hour is a minute 30. And for reference, I've been recording this voice memo for 4 minutes, and it's only hour 3. So that gives you some lore about what to do, but yeah. And Freddy on normal every other night he'll come down your hallway and he'll be laughing with every laugh is a move that he makes. And normal players like me, when I first started off, I never knew how to deal with that, right? Because no one teaches you, right? You got to learn it as you go. And that's one of the beauties of Five Nights at Freddy's 1. Is that it's the fresh experience. I came into this watching Markiplier play it, and that's really about it. I watched it like 5 years ago. I had nothing. I'm a real pussy when it comes to horror games. I don't know if you've been on my stream, you know I can barely play a horror game without literally shitting my pants. But with FNAF, it got to a point where it's not really scary anymore, as it is monotonous. Like this is probably if I check my stream VOD, this is probably my like second hour attempting this, and really it was just getting this timing down. The timing of, see how I have 34% left in the bottom left, getting very tight on power, but it's that timed interval of flipping the camera up and flashing the light. Usually this doesn't happen a lot. You don't get that lucky, because when I was recording my streaming my other runs, I never got this lucky. I never got the timing down. I never really did that. And I got fucked for it every time. But yeah, such is FNAF, right? But yeah, and Freddy for the normal nights. Freddy will pop up and he'll each laugh he moves, right? But with each laugh comes your ability to stall him for the earlier nights, because if you keep the camera on him like I'm doing in this whole run, and I got very flappy right there. I'm very lucky that no one snuck in. Chica could have very well snuck in. I got very lucky. But with your checking of the monitor, and you have to stall Freddy, because most new players won't know about this strategy, this specific strategy. And I think someone in chat taught me, I forget who it was, but someone in chat taught me this strategy. And I pretty much used that for all my attempts until it eventually worked. But yeah, newer players will always try to halt Freddy on their monitors, and they'll end up wasting a lot of power because they don't know how to the timing and how to preserve, and they'll get fucked for it. And that's what happened to me almost every time. But as I went on here, I was getting very close to Foxy actually coming out. I remember one of these attempts that I was doing, Foxy actually came out, which should never happen but once again, it all revolves around that timing of the monitor, of your monitor flip-ups and your checks. If you do it too slow, Foxy will trigger, and it just rolled over to 5 a.m. But if you do it slowly, Foxy will trigger, and he will run after you. So you've got to see, and I'm checking there, and you see Foxy hasn't even come out of his cove. I was just checking there at the end, because the run before this, I died to Foxy from that way where I wasn't checking cameras often enough, and he was out and murdered me. But yes, getting very low on power, getting very spastic. As you can see, I'm going a little bit faster than I was with my monitor flip-ups. But that's to be expected. I'm getting nervous, right? 6% left, 5 a.m. I've been trying for like 5 hours to get this, and yeah, it was one hell of a journey. But FNAF 1 is always going to hold that special place in my heart. It's the first FNAF game. It's a OG. It's a classic. It's that really difficult blend of horror as well as strategy. And as you can see at the end here, I'm getting like really panicked about the power. I'm trying to stretch it as long as possible to make sure no one can come in, and Freddy sings his little song. But at the end of the day, FNAF 1 will always be that number one place in my heart, because it's just such a phenomenal game. FNAF 2 is my favorite of the FNAF series, and we'll get to that next. But with that, I think I have finally done it, and I will leave y'all here with my victory. So hope you enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Let's go! Come on! Come on! Come on, baby! Let's go! 420 mode, done! 420 mode! Come on! Ah! Fucking go!